can I ask you this about Oscar Tshiebwe? Because I think it was Jimmy Dykes during the Tennessee Alabama game. I want to say it was him. It's always Jimmy Dykes. I don't know how Jimmy
Yeah,
Dykes hits every single SEC game, but he's figured out a
I
way to. He did
he's
all
at
four of
every
them last
game.
night. He did
Yeah,
all
he
four of them
did.
last night. I don't understand. I don't know how he did it. Um, but I think it was Jimmy Dykes was saying his SEC Player of the Year right now, which is absolutely hysterical, by the way. That it was literally opening night for SEC basketball, and he's already giving out his SEC Player of the Year. um, I think it was him that said he would vote Oscar Tshiebwe to be SEC Player of the Year right now, and it's not like outlandish given that he grabs every single rebound, and Kentucky's playing well. And if you start making the case of like if we look up in March and Kentucky's one of the top two, probably is what they're going to be, maybe top three, but like Kentucky's going to be right there at the top of the SEC. Um, you could just make the case for Tshiebwe just based on like best player, best team type situation.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's outlandish, but at the same time, I know that the case for him is basically that he's just like averaging almost 20 rebounds a game. And so my question to you, Tate, is like if I told you that Oscar Tshiebwe, I don't even know what he's. Let me pull up the stats, so I'm not speaking from hypothetical here. I'm speaking from an actual place of fact. Facts only on this program. Okay, so Tshiebwe's averaging 15.8 boards a game, right? Or I'm sorry, 15.8 points and 15.8 boards. So he's averaging 16 and 16.
Wow.
Um, but let's say like SEC play starts happening and he's not scoring that much. He just continues to rebound at an insane rate. Do you think Oscar Tshiebwe is going to win SEC Player of the Year of the likes of like Jabari Smith? Walker
Mm.
Kessler's blocking every single shot. Um, I don't know, Kennedy Chandler, John Fulker, like name a guy on Tennessee that carries Tennessee. Maybe one of the Alabama guys. We're going to talk about Alabama in a second, but just the idea of Oscar Tshiebwe winning SEC Player of the Year, being named an All American because he averages almost 20 rebounds a game. If I say that out loud, what is your immediate thought?
One, I think it's good for basketball because I think it shows that we have like a respect for the game at some level where you're like, I have to energy and effort, we have to give respect for, especially this guy is dominating on the board. So it's like historical of what he's doing. But I think when we get down to, kind of the nuts and bolts of the conversation, it's going to come back to the flash. And guys like Jabari Smith are going to
Yeah,
be hard to ignore. And I wouldn't be shocked by the time we get to February. We get Mike Schmitz on an Auburn game, and he's telling you that Jabari Smith is a dark horse for the number one pick. You know what I mean? Like this is how much I kind of I see the potential. Potential is a tough word, but I see Jabari Smith, and you can. I mean, it's hard to knock his game at any level. The guy's 6'10". Guy can
he's
play the three. Guy
unbelievable.
can play the four. I mean, he obviously carries himself away like almost like a professional at this point. And I just think if he continues to play at this level, then it's going to be really hard to ignore him when you get down to SEC Player of the Year. I think Tshiebwe is going to be, obviously in the conversation the entire year. But I mean, Auburn is a fascinating team. You mentioned Walker Kessler. This guy has a triple double with blocks. I mean, that's one of my favorite
Insane.
Hassan Whiteside quotes of all time. He was like, "Who's getting triple doubles with blocks?" I mean, not many people in this life are doing that. And Walker Kessler has 11 last night. Originally, they had him for 9 rebounds, but after the game, Bruce Pearl was like, "Throw another one in there so we get another triple double."
Bruce
And
Pearl just
no, they
Bruce
did.
Pearl
I'm
paid
telling
the
you, this
statistician. Yeah.
the stat guy literally put out an update. It was like Walker Kessler had 10 rebounds. Our bad. So he gets the triple double. Like I said,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Can I just stop you there because like you're saying it tongue in cheek, kind of, but also are we saying it tongue in cheek? Because if you think about it, what is who's stopping Auburn or like I don't know.
Yeah,
This is
there's no
breaking my brain,
independent
but it's like
committee. Yeah.
well, why wouldn't more coaches do this? Why don't more teams do this? Why don't more teams just like cheat the stats? I don't understand
Well,
why not.
you know how this works. I mean, there was a lot of conversation about John Stockton, right? His assist record in the NBA. A lot of people said that the Utah Jazz, like the way that they counted up his assists, like they would give him a hockey assist and he
Hockey
would still
assist,
get the
yeah,
assist. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, and that's why he has this record that no one's even come close to. Like Jason Kidd finished his career playing, 15 some years and was like still well, away from that record that John Stockton set. So the home statistician always has a little bit of leeway, and
mhm,
that's what we saw, a little bit of home cooking there. But I mean, Walker Kessler is the best rim protector in college basketball, and he's like exactly what you want to see if you're an Auburn fan. And when you look at this Auburn team, I mean, they're number 11 in the country. They made a real big statement last night. I mean, they come out of the gate in that game. They're blowing out LSU.
I mean, from the jump. Out of the 18-1 start, I think.
Yeah. And the only reason that LSU made it even respectable is they hit 2 threes to make it like 21-10 or something, you know, kind of like to fudge it as if it's a closer game, but it really wasn't.
Hey there, thanks for watching Titus and Tate. For the full friend of the program experience, subscribe right below and come join us for all things college basketball. The action is heating up. Come join Titus and Tate.